On this episode of the Engaging Marketeer, I wanted to talk about why having a massive argument with somebody actually increases your brand, increases your reach, and increases the business you will get. Now, this isn't me making an excuse for just being a bit of a dick online. There is science to this. There is method to this. There is a real reason why I go around on social media kicking up as much of a fuss, as much of a stink as I possibly can. Now, for those of you that have followed me, you'll know all about this. For those that haven't, I do get into the odd ruck when I'm online. My latest ruck happened, I don't know when this podcast is actually going out, a couple of weeks ago, I think it will be now, where we're having parking wars at our office at Engage Web. We're having a bit of a disagreement with one of the buildings next to us because they keep parking in one of our spaces. We each have 4 spaces in the office for each office building, and we pay for it. You know, we bought this building, we own this building, we own the 4 spaces that are marked with Engage Web. And one of the office buildings next to us keeps having its staff, its visitors, whoever they may be, parking in one of those spaces. So frequently I will come back after a meeting, or I will come back maybe 10 o'clock in the morning and find that there's someone in my space and it's not one of our cars. Now, I'm one of those people at Engage Web. I don't care. It's not my space. It belongs to the company. Anyone can park in it. Any of the staff can park in it. Any of my team can park in it. Anybody's able to park in it. But not people from other offices, not randomers off the street, not just any bastard who wants to park in it. It's ours. So when I come back and somebody who isn't one of our team is parked in the space, it pisses me off because we've paid for it. And I keep having arguments with them. I've blocked them in. I've parked across the back of them. I've had people knock on the door when I'm recording podcasts, just like this one. Let me just listen. Nope, no one's knocking on the door right now. I've had people knock on the door when I'm in meetings, when I'm running online events, saying, "Can you move your car? It's blocking me in." It's like, yeah, it's blocking you in because you're in my space. I had one woman really aggressively have a go at me saying, "Why did you do that? Why didn't you go and park in someone else's space?" Well, because that's my space. "Well, when I got here, there was no other spaces." No, because that's my space. "Where did you expect me to park?" Well, on the street or visitor parking, the same as everybody else does when there's no spaces. One woman even said, "I always park here. I know you always park here. It's my frickin' space. Stop parking in my space." We've put labels on the cars. We put stickers on them. Doesn't do any good. They just ignore it. And then I block them in. And I blocked somebody in the other week. And I thought, I've had enough of this. So I took a photo of it and I put it on LinkedIn. I thought, why have I not done this before? Why don't I do this? Why don't I address this problem the way I address every single problem publicly, online, with some humiliation? So I did. I took a photo of it and I put it online. You couldn't see the registration, so don't worry. There was nothing identifiable about that. And I put the whole story about this and asked for advice. What would other people do? And I had some incredible comments from people suggesting things such as sunken bollards, putting out cones or branded cones to mark the space. People were very much in favour of blocking them in and going on holiday, which I actually did, but they managed to squeeze out the buggers. Somebody suggested putting a stinger down, which is what the police use to stop stolen vehicles. They roll it across the road and it bursts out the tyres. Quite a few people suggested getting them towed. Mostly, I think those were Americans. I think the rules in America are a little different, that you can do that kind of stuff. You can't really do that here in the UK. I wish you could. Nobody suggested crush the car, unfortunately. Some people suggested putting cling film around the car, actually wrapping the whole car in cling film and making it a real bastard to get in. I love that idea. I might give that one a go. And somebody else suggested, or quite a few people actually suggested, using spray mounts, which I've not used since I was in art college. Spray mounts to put something adhesive to the windscreen, which is a real bastard to get off. All fantastic suggestions, all created quite a buzz online, which got me 236 comments as I look at it right now, and 44,000 plus impressions on LinkedIn. But why? Why the bloody hell did I bother? What was the point in taking the photo, sticking it online, and getting all of those comments and engagement on a post that, quite frankly, has sod all to do with business? Am I going to get any clients from that post? No. Probably not. Am I going to get any contacts from that post who are going to connect with me and think, wow, he's a fun guy. I want to connect with him and have a one-to-one and talk about blocking in cars and using spray mount and cones and stingers and maybe get a website off him? No, again, probably not. That's not the reason I do it. Now, the reason I do it is because LinkedIn, like most social media platforms, likes to see engagement. LinkedIn likes to see that you are posting content that people want. And I've had this quite a few times on Facebook where I've done similar things, and Facebook has even notified me, said, you've been posting some great shit lately, Daz. I'm paraphrasing Facebook. We've increased your reach as a consequence, which it does. So the more cool stuff that you post that people engage with, people like, comment, share, that sort of bollocks, Facebook will go, yeah, great, we're going to show your stuff to more people. So when you post stuff that is business related, and here it comes, then more people will see it. LinkedIn's exactly the same. The more stuff that you post that people engage with, that people like, that people comment on, that people share, the more people will see it. LinkedIn will go, shit, you really are popular. People like your stuff. We're going to show your stuff to more people. So that when you actually post something that you do want people to see, something that is business related, that is a little bit salesy, maybe you're promoting a product, an event, a service, maybe you've got some offer, some lead magnet, download, whatever it may be, more people will see it because LinkedIn will go, the stuff that you're posting is the kind of stuff that people want to see. Now, you will see others in marketing, in leading in space, doing this tactic as well. They'll post stuff that is intentionally engagement bait. They'll say things that are slightly controversial. They'll say things that get people's backs up, that cause an argument, that cause a ruckus, because they know the more people who comment on it, the more people will see it, the more their reach will increase, so that when they post stuff that they want you to actually come and buy something from, or take an action, sign up for an email, whatever it may be, more people will see it and they'll get more conversions from it. That is the way social media should be used. That is the way to get LinkedIn and to get Facebook to dance to your tune. Get people engaging with your stuff. Get them posting, commenting, liking, sharing on the content that you create, because the more people who do that, the more people will see it, the more people will actually see your salesy posts, your businessy posts when you post those. But don't just follow it straight up with that. Don't just go, right, bang, you've had this, so here's a sales post, download my lead magnet, because that's not going to work either. You need to be doing 3 or 4 of these explosive posts in a row before you do something salesy. Maybe you do Monday through Thursday of your content-y type posts that people are going to engage with. And then on a Friday, you'll do something that is salesy, businessy, focusy, that you want people, these are all technical terms, salesy, businessy, focusy, that you want people to engage with, you want people to actually see because you want to get leads from it. So you've got to use LinkedIn to your advantage that way. The way most people use social media is they will post up their crap. Buy my shit, buy my shit, buy my shit. Absolute frickin' ghost town. Nobody's interested. Nobody likes, nobody comments, nobody shares because nobody gives a toss. And LinkedIn just buries your reach because no one's interested. It doesn't want to be promoting content that nobody's going to engage with because they're just going to piss off to another platform. And LinkedIn wants to keep people on the platform. So the content like I post about this parking war scandal that I've started that's going on, LinkedIn wants people to see that because it keeps people on the platform commenting. It keeps them coming back and commenting when I reply to every comment. And let me stress that once again, reply to every comment. When people comment on your posts on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, whatever it may be, reply to every comment. Every single comment you reply to, because when you do that, they get a notification you've replied, they come back and sometimes they comment again. And the more people who come back and comment again, the more LinkedIn goes, wow, this guy's really generating discussion. Discussion's easy for me to say. This guy's really generating discussion. People want to get involved and engage in what he's actually saying, so let's promote his content even more. And then when you put your salesy shit out, more people will see it. You'll get more bites from that. So that is the way to do do it. Do not just keep posting your salesy crap day after day after day, sharing it in Facebook groups. I'm not going to start a rant about that again. I've done that so many times. Sharing it in Facebook groups, buy my shit, buy my shit, buy my shit, because nobody's going to do that. It doesn't work. Why do so many people think that works? It fucking doesn't. Engage people. Post interesting content, stuff that people want to see, stuff that people want to comment on, stuff that people want to like, stuff that people want to share. Post that stuff. LinkedIn will reward you for it when you post something else. That is what this podcast is about, not my parking wars scandal, although that is still going on. That is still going on, and believe me, I will be escalating it. I will be parking across someone's car and leaving them blocked in for a good week at some point. I'm going to put the car there. They're going to need a fucking can opener to get out, and I'm going to piss off on holiday for about a week, or just walk to work for a week, and it's going to be done. And that's how I'm going to do it. That's the only way to stop people parking in my space. But that's another podcast for another time. Don't worry, you will get the resolution to that one. This one is about using social media effectively, honestly. But also go to LinkedIn, check out that post, drop some comments on it if you like, drop a share, see what you want to do about that. We'll put the link to that post in the podcast description below so you can go straight to it. And I will catch you on the next podcast.